News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
The governor allows grade schools to open for the summer, and police attempt to help a man in a crisis situation.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
The Nevada governor says schools can reopen for the summer session. It's Tuesday, June 9th. I'm Janet Errett, in for Deanna O'Donnell. Today, Governor Steve Sisolak signed a directive allowing local school districts, charter schools, and private schools to immediately reopen for the summer learning and activities, implementing the Phase 2 protocols designed to keep students, staff, families, and communities safe. The directive and accompanying guidance come just in time for summer school, but cover a wide range of topics. The guidance provides support for districts and schools to make local decisions regarding reopening facilities, offering in-person instruction, and hosting meetings and events under the proper social distancing protocols. Districts and schools may offer summer learning opportunities through distance education, in-person instruction, or a combination of both. In the interest of health and safety of local communities, districts and schools may continue to keep school facilities closed to students, staff, parents, guardians, and/or the public at their discretion. The directive requires districts, charter schools, and private schools to develop plans for reopening school facilities for the 2020-2021 school year based on Nevada's path forward. A framework for a safe, efficient, and equitable return to school, buildings, or framework. It all requires districts and schools to communicate their locally developed plans to their school community. In addition, parents are included as well as staff. Districts and schools must present their plans to governing bodies for approval in a public meeting at least 20 days before the first day of 2020-2021 school year. The Nye County Sheriff's Office is investigating a weekend incident that ended with a person taking their own life.
Officers were called to a home on Harris Farm Road Sunday afternoon for what was reported to be a suicidal person. The person was allegedly diagnosed with a terminal disease and had made comments that they wished to die from suicide by cop. The individual also allegedly stated that they did not wish to harm any officers. The sheriff's office negotiated with the person for more than 3 hours. Those negotiations, however, were ultimately unsuccessful, and the individual took their own life.
Do you want to save the summer season for the Pahrump Community Pool? The town of Pahrump says they need 30 applicants by this Friday, June 12th, in order to train and certify lifeguards in time for the summer season. Here's the link for the application: nyecounty.net, or call 775-751-6301 or 775-751-6302. Nye Communities Coalition is gearing up for its annual back-to-school fair. The event provides free supplies to students and even provides free physicals for those participating in sports. As Sophia Allison explains, they're making one change this year to allow for social distancing.
This year's back to school fair is going to be on August 1st at 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and it is going to be a sort of drive-through event this year. We are upholding the guidelines for social distancing and gathering, so it will be definitely different this year. It will be held at the same location as last year, the Pathways building next to the Pahrump Valley High School. It will be in the parking lot there. Parents and students can partake in this event by staying in their vehicles and just driving up. We'll have pre-filled backpacks, so anybody that is in need of school supplies or backpacks this year can come on down. We will also have immunizations off-site being administered, and our community health nurse is taking appointments at this time at 775-751-7070. We are looking for donors to donate back to school supplies and backpacks. Right now we have about 300 backpacks and our goal is 600, and our school supplies are very low at the moment, so we are encouraging organizations to reach out and in hopes of donating to this event. So again, it will be August 1st at 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And as again, immunizations will be administered, but at an off-site location at the community health nurse's office, and they can call right now to start setting up appointments. One of the big draws of this event has been the physicals that we were able to provide free of charge at the event. So this year we are partnering with Spring Mountain Medical to provide a almost coupon system where when they come and they say there are still in need of physicals, we will give them this coupon and they can take it to Spring Mountain and get a physical at a later time on an appointment. So if you're in need of a physical for this upcoming school year, definitely come on down to get one of those coupons. They can go ahead and reach me at sophia@nycc.info. My email is sofia@nyecc.info.
The United States is officially in a recession. A reporting mistake leads to a significant underreporting of unemployment, and Dunkin' Donuts plans to hire 25,000 workers. Here's Angela Miles.
Topping our news, the economy. Economists at the National Bureau of Economic Research determined the nation officially entered into recession back in February. That ended 128 months of economic expansion. The labor market is in rougher shape than first reported. The Bureau of Labor Statistics made the mistake of counting 4.9 million people as employed who were actually unemployed. The Labor Department now reports April's unemployment rate was 19.5% rather than 14.7%, and in May should have been 16.1%, not 13.3%. 35 million Americans have yet to receive a stimulus check. So far, 159 have been sent out during the pandemic and economic downturn. Dunkin' Donuts is counting on an economic recovery as states begin to reopen. The chain plans to hire 25,000 workers and will offer online college education as a perk.
Stay with us. We'll be right back after this break.
News 25 is brought to you by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing.
A Pahrump woman is under arrest and facing charges in connection with a home invasion.
Carissa Lennox has been booked into the Nye County Detention Center on 1 count of home invasion with a deadly weapon, 1 count of burglary, and 1 count of abuse of an old or vulnerable person. Nye County deputies responded to a call for a home invasion in progress last Friday morning. Upon arrival, they made contact with Lennox inside the home. In the arrest report, officers say Lennox told them she threw a rock through a window in order to forcibly gain entry into the home. Deputies say she went on to tell them she entered the home holding a knife. Lennox reportedly took 2 clipboards from the home, and officers say Lennox stated that she entered the home with the intent to take paperwork that belonged to her mother. The woman who lives at the home told deputies she heard the glass shatter and saw Lennox climb in through the broken window. She ran out the back door and hid in a bush while waiting for deputies to arrive, stating that she feared for her life. Lennox was placed under arrest and taken to jail.
3 men that were arrested from a group called the Boogaloos before they started an unprecedented riot, which could lead to injury and death, were in court today. The FBI says they found rags, gasoline, aerosol cans, fireworks, booby traps, kill boxes, survival gear, explosive devices, and weapons. Authorities say the trio intended to bring violence, sparking a civil war during a recent Las Vegas protest. United States prosecutors say Stephen T. Parshall, 35, Andrew T. Lynham, Jr., 23, and William L. Loomis, 40, have ties to the Boogaloo movement, advocating the overthrow of the United States government. They were arrested May 30th as they prepared to attend a protest of Floyd's death after filling gas cans at a parking lot and making Molotov cocktails in glass bottles. Organizers of the annual Pahrump Fall Festival are already making final preparations for this year's event, and once again there will be plenty of fun for the entire family, including the much anticipated rodeo.
2020 Fall Festival will be September 24th through the 27th. For exact times, you can log on to visitpahrump.com, events, and get the details.
Right now we're working on everything. So carnival, rodeo, all the vendors. So everything is almost there. We're just fine tuning a lot of stuff so we can get them out and so we can put on a good show.
We are expecting vendors, carnival, rodeo, entertainment, and just a really good time for the community and visitors.
For all vendors that are nonprofit will be $200, and then for nonprofit vendors will be $50.
And that's for the whole festival, right?
Yes.
It's a good idea to get your booth now.
And so how does a person do that?
Well, you can log on to visitprompt.com, click on events, and you will see the Fall Festival listed there. There's a Learn More button, and the vendor application is located there. In addition to retrieving the application on the website at visitprompt.com, you can stop by the Office of Tourism at 400 North Highway 160 and pick up a printed application. The best idea right now, I think, for bands is to call Alexandra Crow at the town office. Her number is 775-727-2814. So call and reserve a slot for your band. We're asking for submissions. We're not guaranteeing anything yet, but mostly right now, the most important things are for the vendors to get registered and the bands to submit their request. We will be announcing a theme within the next few weeks, and we'll have more information on the parade.
This year we have Paradise Amusement. They're kind of, would say, took over for Davis in this area. So we got them, and we've been working with them, and they're really eager to help us and get this carnival off the ground and start moving.
For more information about this year's Fall Festival, including vendor applications, you can go online to the town's website, visit pahrump.com. Okay, starting Monday, June 15th, 2020, the Nevada Department of Motor Vehicles will reopen all branch offices in the Silver State. They're doing a phased reopening for the first 30 days. Offices will offer only limited services to Nevadans who have been the most impacted during the closure, such as those with driver's license suspension, no valid form of ID, or a newly purchased vehicle with no license plates. Customers can visit the DMV website at dmbnv.com before visiting an office. We will have more on this tomorrow on tomorrow night's website.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyers, Nye County's injury attorneys. Don't get bullied by insurance companies. Call Jason Ernest and bully them back at 775-727-9500.
There are no reported injuries as a result of a crash at a major Pahrump intersection earlier today.
Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies and Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue responded to a crash at the intersection of Highway 160 and 372 around noon Tuesday. The collision involved a car and motorcycle in the travel lanes right in front of the 76 gas station. There was minor damage to the vehicles and no one reported any injuries. Medics checked out those involved. All refused medical transport. It's unclear what caused the crash. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies are investigating.
1 in 3 women in the United States is living with some form of heart disease. Traditionally, doctors have treated men and women the same way when it comes to heart disease. But Cleveland Clinic's Dr. Leslie Cho says it's time to start thinking differently.
For years, we've thought about men and women as having exactly the same risk factors, which is hypertension, hyperlipidemia, smoking, diabetes, and family history. And yet, women had these very low risk factors when you look at the traditional risk factors, and yet they were having, heart disease.
Dr. Cho led a group of physicians in writing new guidelines for preventing heart disease in women. They looked at risk factors only women experience, like pregnancy. High blood pressure during pregnancy and gestational diabetes can increase a woman's risk of developing heart disease. So do preterm births and miscarriages. Women also have common conditions like polycystic ovarian syndrome, which can increase their risk. Depression and mental health issues can also have an impact on heart health.
We really should be treating not just the blood pressure number or the cholesterol number, but we should be treating the whole patient, including their mental health, to have a good cardiovascular outcome.
Dr. Cho says it's important to be mindful of diet and lifestyle because that's what we can control when it comes to preventing heart disease. She also says women tend to be the healthcare decision makers in their families. So when women start eating healthier or exercising, the people they care for tend to follow.
The dramatic drop in Las Vegas weddings has led to an equally dramatic drop in funding to local domestic violence service providers. Brad Francis explains why and how you can help.
Nevada has seen an 87% decrease in marriage licenses since the start of the coronavirus pandemic, and that's having a negative effect on services that help victims of domestic violence. That's because the Account for Aid for Victims of Domestic Violence is funded in part by the fees collected from marriage licenses. Nevada's wedding industry is driven by those who travel here to get married, and the closure of wedding venues and decreased wedding travel have reduced the sale of marriage licenses to an all-time low. Now, in an effort to bolster funding for the domestic violence service providers, the Division of Child and Family Services and the Nevada Coalition to End Domestic and Sexual Violence are working together to bring awareness to the situation, and they're asking the public for help. On Friday, June 26th, they'll launch an initiative called Say I Do. The campaign asks individuals for donations to give back to local domestic violence service providers. The money raised will help survivors of domestic violence escape dangerous situations. Some of Nevada's domestic violence programs report a 65% increase in calls to their hotlines. If you'd like to support your local domestic violence services with a monetary donation as part of the I Do Nevada campaign, it's easy. Simply go online to ncedsv.org/IDoNV. Again, that's ncedsv.org/IDoNV.
Everyone living here in the desert knows how difficult it is to keep a vehicle clean. And that's where No Bull Detailing comes in. Darcy Bull owns the mobile car wash and detailing service, and these days she's staying quite busy.
It is booming right now.
Yeah.
I am eco-friendly. I use only the best of stuff that I have. I use a waterless wash. I use top-of-the-line products. The No Bull Detailing is part of my last name, and I don't mess around, so I just called it No Bull. If you call me, you got to give me a couple of days because I'm pretty booked up, and then I come out to your house or your business or wherever you need me to go, and as long as you have electricity, I can do inside and out of your car. I don't really run any specials anymore. I just try to make it totally affordable for everybody. Inside and out for cars is usually $40 unless you want like a wax, an extra wax added and whatnot, then it's a little bit more. Bigger trucks and SUVs, they are going to be $50 inside and out. RVs depend on the size of it. They contact me either on Facebook under No Bull Detailing. They can contact me by my phone, call, or text. It's 585-993-1636.
Time to meet another great pet ready for adoption from Desert Haven Animal Society. Today, Darby O'Donnell introduces us to Boo Boo.
Today's Save a Pet is proudly sponsored by Jason Ernest with Mountain West Lawyers. Call 775-727-9500.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Boo Boo. Boo Boo is a 2-year-old lab mix, black lab mix. He's a very, very, very big dog. He has a lot of energy. He's quite strong. He loves tennis balls with a passion. Boo Boo prefers to be the only animal in a home. Hang on, he's real excited to see me. He is a sweet doggy, but yes, he does prefer to be the only animal in the home. He does get along really well with children though. He's extremely playful and affectionate and a giant freaking dork. If you want to see Boo Boo or any of his friends here at Desert Haven Animal Society, give them a call ahead of time so you can make an appointment for visitation, 775-751-7020, or you can always look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Let's take a look at our weather cam. It's a beautiful, bright, sunshiny day and couldn't be more perfect. We'll be back with more weather right after this.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donohue with today's weather. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 90 degrees, a low of 68, 99, a low of 72 in Death Valley, 88, a low of 58 in Amargosa, 86, a low of 56 in Beatty, 78 for the high in Goldfield, 76 for the high in Tonopah, both towns a low of 48 degrees. Now Carson City, 81, the low of 47 degrees, 82 for the high in both Fallon and Fernley, with 49 for the low in Fallon and 50 degrees for the low up in Fernley. Now today in Pahrump, we saw sunny skies. Our high today was 87 degrees. Winds out the west up to 8 miles per hour with 7% humidity. And our sunrise at 5:25 this morning. Now for tonight, we're expecting clear skies. Our low is going to be 61 degrees. It is 87 outside currently with 7-mile-per-hour winds out of the east-northeast, 14% humidity, and 8 o'clock tonight for our sunset. Now looking ahead to that 7-day, we're expecting some clouds on Friday, but other than that, nothing but sunny skies throughout the week. However, we still are expecting to deal with some high winds up to 15 miles per hour on Thursday, 22 miles per hour Friday, back down to 14 miles per hour on Saturday, and then between 13 to 16 miles per hour on Monday and Tuesday. Now for our temperatures, on Wednesday we're expecting a high of 96 degrees, up to 100 degrees on Thursday, back down to 97 on Friday, and then from Saturday to Tuesday we're just going to be bouncing around between 87 and 99 degrees. Now for overnights, we're seeing a similar thing. On Wednesday, we're going to be seeing a low of 67 degrees, up to a low of 70 on Thursday. Then from Friday through next Tuesday, we're going to be hanging out around those low to mid 60s. And so now with that, we're going to throw back to the desk with Janet.
Thank you, Michael. Well, that's it for News 25. I'm Janet Errett. We'll see you right back here next time.